What is iteachpro? iteachpro is a motivational organization that I created in order to help people to believe in their dreams, to never give up on themselves. iteachpro itself stands for I Teach Positive Reassured Opportunity, meaning that I believe that as long as we stay positive and be reminded, reassured, encouraged that there's always going to be another door of opportunity for you to succeed at your dream. So you just got to prepare yourself for that and never throw in the towel and give up on yourself. A lot of times people actually have to get around other people who will encourage them and motivate them to not give up on their dreams and to believe in themselves. So a lot of it has to do with the people that you're around. So I created iteachpro to be a network of people who are really for the people. We believe that the opportunity for success is not limited by your age, your gender, or your race. So iteachpro is just a brand of positive people who are there for the people to help encourage them and push them and motivate them and set them on the right track so that they can fulfill and accomplish the dreams that have been placed in their heart. So you can contact us at www.iteachpro.com and make sure that you connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Once again, my name is Sean Rich, and I Teach Pro. You been keeping up with the whole little J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar?
You know what, man? I kept up. Me and my cousin, we were on it.
Gotcha.
We was on it like, oh man, yo. Then after a while, I kind of stopped. Cause I'm like, man, this is pointless.
Mm-hmm.
I really started to see where J. Cole was coming. And I was like, man, what does this got to do with anything? Man, now they starting to talk about families.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. And then I'm like, man, why am I so into this? Like, who cares? Like, at the end of the day, what this got to do with anything I got going on, man?
Gotcha.
I got a doggone exam due next week. What this got to do with anything, man? I don't care what these folks got going on.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, because they two greats in the rap game.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of who you like the best, who the better lyricists or whatever, they are still two greats in the rap game.
Facts.
Man, y'all starting to. It's not even about the sport of it no more. It's like, all right, now y'all starting to bring up allegations and it's like, all right, and some people live for that. It's like, oh man, this is what I'm talking about. But I'm like, I don't know if this is what and maybe that's me getting changing a little bit, maybe 2 years ago I'd have been like, man, all that. But for me, it's like, man, all right, man, okay,
gotcha.
Bro.
When you first heard the apology that J. Cole, when he apologized, how did you feel about it?
I was rocking with it.
When he apologized?
Oh, yeah.
Cool, gotcha.
I rock with it.
Yeah.
I rock with it. I get where people's coming from, like, man, you shouldn't have even said nothing anyway, but I'm like, man, how many times you said something you had to take back? Facts,
that part.
How many times you said something you had to take back, be like, you know what? My fault. I ain't even mean to do that. Then he apologized. Then I felt like he apologized to himself too. Like, man, I done worked too hard for my piece to be out here doing this, man. I ain't gotta prove nothing.
I agree.
I'm J. Cole. I ain't gotta prove nothing, man. Shoot, he done made it out the Ville, man.
Yeah.
You J. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. When I first heard him apologize, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that man on some grown man.
Exactly.
I think he realized how powerful his voice is, and a lot of times we don't realize how powerful our voice really is, I remember, man, just being in the barbershop. And, in the shop, you be clowning.
Oh, yeah.
And, that shop environment, you joking and everything. And a lot of times, like, cats would come in the shop, and I would be like, all right, man, I'm going to let you have that one for free. Say something else.
Yeah.
In your tail.
Uh-huh.
And I remember one day, man, I was joking. Because, it go there, man. You start talking about everything. Anything that you could talk about. You start bringing kids in it and family and your girlfriend and all this. And, I remember I was clowning one day and this dude had started crying when he had left out. And my man was like, man, dude was crying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really hurt dude's feelings. I was like, well, shoot, bucket. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been joking with that, man. Boy, we used to be rough.
Sheesh.
And I remember my homeboy, man, Chris was like, yeah, man, but you can't do that, son. You different. I was like, what you mean? He was like, man, people don't look at you like that no more. Like, I didn't realize my status had changed as far as like how people saw me in the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my voice echoed different now because it's like people really look to you for advice. They look up to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I'm just joking like everybody else. And they was like, but they don't see you the same no more. So everything you say carry more weight now. And I was like, at first I hated it. I was like, man, that's whack. You know what I'm saying? And I really didn't understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it started getting to a point where God started showing me and I started seeing it. Especially when I started teaching. Because when I first started teaching, of course, you know, people started calling me like Mr. Rich. I'm like, man, you ain't got to call me that. And they was like, nah, you Mr. Richest in the hill, you know?
Right, yeah.
And it was like, I didn't necessarily want that change because it was like, nah, I still just want to be able to kick it, have fun, you know, and I still can, but it's like, it's still different.
Right.
Like, you know, if I clown a student, it's going to be totally different from a student clowning a student because I'm the instructor. They're going to be like, and everybody going to be like, oh, the instructor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your words carry more weight. So even with the J. Cole thing, man, and Drake and Kendrick, I realized like competition ain't always good when you get to a certain level because, you know, even though people was like, man, it's friendly competition and, you know, but the fans don't take it like that.
No.
Cause I done heard like Drake's store done got vandalized and when his security guard done got shot.
Yeah,
you know, and I don't know. Well, yeah, I definitely feel like that vandalizing is connected to it. But I don't know about the shooting.
Right.
You know, but at the end of the day, fans gonna take stuff different than even if they might be cool, but the fans, all they hear is what they saying and they like, yo, man, he dissed my boy. For real. I remember when I first heard Hit 'Em Up, bro. When I first heard Hit 'Em Up, I knew somebody was gonna kill Tupac.
For real?
For real. The first time I heard the song, I was like, oh yeah, somebody gonna kill him.
What was that like back then when that first dropped? Cause it still do something now.
When you heard, it was like when I first heard it, when that first line when he started out and he was like, that's why I F yo.
Yeah. Like, he was coming in hard. Like,
because I mean, think about it like this. Like right now, if somebody was around here like, yeah, that's why I F Sean wife and blah blah blah. Some of my people's gonna be like, hey, Bo,
what's up? We need to ride up.
You all right? No, that's my homeboy wife.
Yeah.
You on my level.
Yeah.
So you talking about a major artist like cats, you know, fans be feeling like that's my boy. They ain't even never met Tupac. They ain't never met, you know, but they like, man, this my dude. So oh boy, I'm gonna have to get him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I already knew like their voice is so powerful that people take everything they say literally. And Cole ride around on a bicycle, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This man got so much peace. He ain't in no drama, so much freedom. Like, you imagine him being in the rap beef right now, and he ride on a bicycle, and somebody come by, hey, Cole, bust him upside the head.
Man, that tear my heart up, man. I'm a J. Cole fan. That was tear my heart up. Like, man, that's Cole, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Forest Hill Drive, Cole. Like, come on, man. Come on, dog.
For real. So he knew, like, this right here gonna get ugly and what. And it did. It done got petty. Like you said, they talking about kids and
allegations and all this other. It's like, man, look, man, y'all.
They wildin'.
Come on, man. Come on.
Wildin', yeah. And so, and I haven't even heard none of the songs.
Really?
I ain't even listened to them. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
but I know, I just, you know, just from seeing stuff, I was like, yeah, I knew it was gonna get messy. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was gonna get messy, man, because it's just, that's a part of it, man. You know, like, I'm with friendly competition. I am, you know, but I always know competition, anytime when you're competing like that, it's an underline that it can lead to division. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And our people love division, bro. We just was talking about it earlier. We love separation. We love drama.
I don't get it,
we feed off of it. And it's like, when we start, we already competing with each other anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, history always repeats itself. So let's think about where's Kendrick Lamar from?
He from the Bay.
So he from like LA.
Yeah.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Where Drake from?
He from Toronto. He from Canada.
Right?
So
Canada.
Say up north.
Canada on the other side of what? New York.
New York, yeah.
It's easily can be like a.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
East
man.
Coast,
West Coast type.
History always repeats
I didn't even
itself.
look at it like that.
I see stuff that people don't be seeing.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
from, you know what I'm saying? So it easily can count. And also now you got this whole light skin, dark skin battle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that was in there too. That
You
was
see
in
what
the
I'm
rap
saying?
too.
Yeah, and then you got Ross with the white boy stuff. And I'm like,
Man,
what?
Ross is trying to be a part, bro. I don't even know if Ross. I don't even know if Ross really in it for real, man.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Metro Boomin, he making beats and stuff like that. I'm like, man, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
For when I look, I'm like, man, what's going on? I had to talk, hey, cuz, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what's really? I don't know all the history behind it.
For sure. Y'all know all the history behind it.
But it's like, I still see. I'm like, man, he got beef with Metro Boomin, Rick Ross, J. Cole and Kent. I'm like, yo, what's Kendrick and Drake? I'm like, man, what's really going on?
Facts. So, we don't know all the history, but I do, like, I respected what Cole did. I understood what Cole did.
Oh, yeah.
I understand why Kendrick and them responding the way they are. You know what I'm saying? I get both sides, I just think for the bigger picture, we just always have to be careful.
Yeah.
Both for all of them great artists, man. And that'd be my thing. I'm like, man, y'all dudes so nice. All of y'all already done made it. Like, what do you got to prove at this point? You done made 100, over 100 mil, over. You one of the best in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like they got to prove like I'm a hot rapper.
Right.
But the fans edge stuff on, and sometimes we just got to know when to be like, I ain't finna let the fan edge me on. Even from there back down to just on a smaller level. Like, how many times when you got a dude that's in a relationship with a good chick, but his homeboys, man, you falling in love. Man, and you really just like trying to grow, or just with church. You like, you a church boy now. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always got, it's like when anybody's trying to improve themselves, you always got the naysayer. That's, so you too good for us now.
Dog, you hit home with me, dog. You hit home with me, man. Cause I'm telling you, man, I'm one of those guys. I was in the club heavy. Man, we just got a band. Let's go to the strip club. Let's go. And it's like, now it's like, man, what you, man, here you go talking about Jesus again, bro. Here we go mentioning Jesus again. It's like, man, that's me now, bro. It's not a perfect transition, but
for sure.
That's what I'm about now. That's what I'm on. And so it's funny because even like what you were saying as far as you being a different, what you say carry weight. So I can't roast like I used to. I can't. Sometimes I gotta sit certain conversations. I gotta sit out because if I'm over here talking about some, her booty real big and going in deep, I can't. It's gonna be like, bro, you really. Man, you playing with it, bro. You still like us, bro. It's like, man, certain stuff I just gotta be like, and just bow out. I can't say nothing.
Facts.
But it's like, man, it's that's a real thing where you gotta realize, man, I can't do this no more. I can't be like that. My words carry weight.
Your words carry weight.
What I do, what I talk about, what I bring up carry weight. And I even make mention of now, like, let's say I go to drill or something, man, they playing all types of music. You got rap, you got R&B, hip hop, and they're like, man, hold on, man, play some gospel for Arnold, man. He, you know what I'm saying? I started to peak. I'm like, man, I'm like, hold on now.
Yeah.
So you ain't always, and I'm not pulling my Bible out, man. Let's go to First Corinthians.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, no, people just realize, man, you know what? Hold on, man. Let's play, man. They be like, oh man, play Never Would Have Made It. That's my song, and that may be the ministry that day. You never know. That may be the ministry that day.
You on something?
That may be the ministry that day, and you just get that one song, and then I've noticed where it get, you get that one song, but like, yeah, man, it's my song. My grandma used to play this. Now, black men, we opening up.
Facts. Talking.
And that may just be the ministry that day, man. I remember my grandma woo did this and this happened and this went on, and that's maybe freeing for somebody. And it ain't always gotta be, man, let me take you to the Bible. It's just the presence. You see that light. When that light of God come in and he's stepping in somewhere, it's gonna change some things. It's gonna make people open up. You be like, man, I ain't never, bro, you talking about your feelings, dog? Man, wow. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
It'll do something differently. So that's why when I see in the scripture, it's like, man, when God was going place, he was changing stuff.
Yeah.
He was changing stuff.
Facts.
And all the time he won't just blurt out, start preaching, like you be like, man, what you doing today? You thirsty? Man, I got a well that never run dry.
Yeah.
It's simple conversation.
He
ain't out there preaching, just talking.
Facts.
Just a conversation.
Agree. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah,
that's dope, bro. Like I told, man, boy, that thing bring back so many, memories. Like I remember, man, my cousin had a birthday party, and I went to the party, and my cousin, I think he turned like 50 or something. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I'm having a party. His wife invited us and everything and whatnot. So I'm like, man, I'm going to this party. This is my cousin party and whatnot. He only turned 50 once. You know what I'm saying? So of course I know they're gonna be drinking, smoking, all of that at the party, right? And whatnot. And so I like, boom, I'll go to the party and everything. And like soon as I pulled up, bro, like all of my cousins was like, yo, Sean, what's up, man? Oh, man, we so glad you came. They dapping me up, hugging me. And they was like, man, we know you saved. We know who you are. We know what you represent, man. But just the fact that you showed up, man, just means so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It says so much, man. We just appreciate you showing up, man. And like every time, bro, like when we would get ready to take a picture, bro, like, my cousin wife would be like, all right, y'all put your beers down, because some of these pictures we posting on Facebook and we don't want nobody to get the wrong impression of Sean, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dang, like they showing all of this reverence.
Exactly.
I'm not, it don't matter to me. I'm like, you take a picture, with the, it don't bother me.
Right.
But the fact that they was coming off like this, now this is people that people consider like, these the world. This the world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like so much respect, so much, and it's just like, dang, bro, love, you know what I'm saying? And they chop, man, how this going? How things with the family? Just so much respect, I ain't in there like, oh, y'all down here, I know y'all gonna be drinking, don't be having that around me, and blah, 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 you know the Bible, y'all out here, it's when you gonna get right, with the Lord, and blah, none of that.
You ain't gotta do all
just
that.
Just kicking it. People already know what you stand for, right? And so, after that, certain people, church folks, saw the pictures. Oh, see, he was down at the party with the sinners. I'm like, what? And bro, I'm realizing it's always the church, bro. Not all church folks.
Not all.
But it's always some church folks that got something negative to say. It don't really be the people in the world that be on that.
Yeah.
Like, the people in the world wasn't like mad because Jesus was eating with sinners. Because they know like he eating with us, but he don't do what we do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But he do come around us and he don't act like we unclean and he can't touch us. Like, the woman with the issue of blood, you know what I'm saying? She was considered unclean, don't supposed to be out the house during that time. And, the prophets and priests here, they gonna say it, unclean, but she hear about a man that's coming through town like, yo, he ain't gonna do you like that. He ain't gonna respond like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, we miss it so many times because we trying to act like we better than people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just a footstool away from sin, a footstep away from sin, just like everybody else.
Quick.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they talk about, being as far away from it as the east is from the west. Well, if I'm looking east right now, if I'm turning around, I'm looking to the west. It's right behind you all along.
Exactly.
So just really realizing, man, how we actually supposed to be in those environments being the light.
Exactly.
And being the light in those environments don't mean that you got to be in there being preachy.
Right.
You just in the environment conducting yourself the way you conducting yourself and showing love, and the people see it, man.
Exactly.
I don't never be in no environment like, well, I'm Sean and I'm a Christian and I don't do this and it's like, you ain't got to do that.
People gonna tell by the way you talking.
People tell by the way you talk.
By the way you talk, and if it's really on you, it's gonna be on you.
If it's really on you,
like the old Jesus say, man, it's not on me, it's in me.
It's in me. Ooh,
it's in me.
It ain't on me, it's in me. I like that. It ain't on me, it's in me.
You ain't gotta go in there doing all that.
Man, I never understood, like when I be hearing people be like, I was at church and the Holy Spirit hit me. I'm like, don't the Holy Spirit supposed to be with you all the time? Like the only time it hit you is at church.
Exactly.
Like that don't make sense to me. I thought it was the gift of the Holy Ghost.
Right.
So if I got a gift, if somebody give me a gift and like these shades are a gift, I can use them anytime I want.
Exactly.
The more I use them, I learn how to do, finesse. Yeah. But I'm like, it's the gift of the Holy Ghost. So the only time the gift hits me is when I'm at church. It don't make sense. It's supposed to be in me, not on me. It's in me. I like that one. It's in me, not on me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, man, it was something else God showed me recently, man, just doing some studying how Moses actually brought a generation out of a country. Moses brought Israel out of Egypt, and they went into the wilderness, and a lot of them ended up dying out there. Joshua took a generation and invaded a country. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that as believers, we're really supposed to be invading the world for the kingdom. Meaning that we're going into territories where they're saying that we're not supposed to be able to get into these territories, but we're supposed to be able to go into those territories and be the light.
Wow.
And change that whole arena.
Yeah.
Change the atmosphere. You just said, like, when you got people that's like, yo, let's turn on some gospel music for Arnold.
Yeah.
You change the whole environment because of your presence.
Exactly.
And I believe we don't teach believers how to go in environments and change that. We actually teach them the fear of, you don't need to be around the world. You need to separate yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you need to get to a point where you can actually be in those environments and change the atmosphere.
Exactly.
Your presence, when you step in the room, should make them want to switch up.
Exactly.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't because you went in there and told them that they need to switch up. It's just like, oh, there goes so-and-so. Yo, watch your language. Blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Because the presence of God is here.
Woo.
Because it's in me.
Ooh.
It ain't just on me.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it was just on me, that's what I do when I throw a suit on. That's what I do when I throw the right clothes on.
Yeah.
But it's in me, bro, regardless of what I got on. If I got on some pajamas, it's still in me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the problem, I think a lot of times we taught people to make a God out of cardinal stuff, like clothes the building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro, it's in me.
Exactly.
No matter what I got on, it's still in me. You know what I'm saying? When that anointing is on you, bro, it's in you, man. You know, when you talk, no matter what you got on, people gonna be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's something different about him, man. He ain't it, and it'll come at. And sometimes I'll be like, man, oh man, they finna come around and ask me what I think. And when they ask me, they gonna know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had a problem with that at first. Yeah. I'm like, man, oh gosh, they talking about, having multiple women. When they hear what I got to say, they gonna be like, oh, bro, we know who you rocking with.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We know you rocking with. I used to have a problem with that. I'm like, man, but it's like, man, that's my life. Yeah. That's my life, man. Gotcha. If I was all in for it when I was in the world, man, I got to be all in now.
For sure.
I got to be all in.
For sure. So why did you used to have a problem with it, though?
Because I didn't want to be seen as the Kurt Franklin dude, man. Gotcha. He trying to be Kurt, or the church dude. I didn't think that was cool. I didn't think it was, I'm sure, man, when I say this, I used to think, man, that most men in church was gay. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, that's all I seen. Man, you look fruity, bro. You switching and slurring your words like that for me. That ain't nah, bro.
Facts, hey. I get it.
I don't see nobody who, maybe just the preacher. Maybe the preacher himself. I ain't see nobody who's carrying that. No, I'm a man. I'm gonna get stuff done. I'm a or you see the I wouldn't say, I guess you could say the weaker man where he's like, his wife is got a whip. Like, man, that's not somebody I want to look up to.
For sure.
That's not, man. Your wife don't respect, man. That's I don't want to be like that.
Facts. That go back to what we was talking about a few minutes ago, though.
Exactly.
When you start seeing like, why it ain't men in the church? Boom, that's a real issue. And people want to act like that ain't a real issue, but that's a real issue. Like, you walking around behind your wife, carrying her pocketbook, waiting on her, blah, blah. I was like, bro. And it's like, well, no, we're learning how to. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't see that.
See, Charles, come over here. Get your tail over here. You like, hey, Charles, you ain't, man, stand up, boy.
Stand up.
Why she ain't talking to you with love, man.
Facts.
Y'all ain't even.
Facts.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't
you
right.
ain't got to be all in somebody's business and those, man. Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Something ain't
so why would another man want to follow you? If that's what, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, because like you said, she don't come at the pastor like that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But like she coming at her husband like that, like her husband actually is her first pastor.
Right. See, and then my thing goes to, well, you can't do that in every situation though, because it's differently. It may be different. I was gonna say, man, well, if you don't respect your man and review him like that, why did you accept marriage and accept him? Like, if you don't view him like that, and you like, man, he don't come to church, all that, like, why you marry him? And like I said, you know, it's really a case by case thing, because they may both have not been in the world, and then she might have gotten to the church. For sure. So it may be a case by case thing. So I can't always say that, but but for the ones that it's that case, it's like, man, come on now.
Because even if that's the case, man, like I can remember, God still don't give her permission to disrespect them like that. You know, I know for a fact I've seen my mom and dad walk this out. Like, so my mom actually been saved for like all my life since a child. I've seen my mom as a Christian. Like, I ain't never heard my mom use profanity. You know, reading the Bible to us when we was little in church, that was my mom. My dad didn't get saved till I was around probably about 15 or 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I still remember. Was I 15? Yeah, about 15. I still remember my dad getting saved. You know what I'm saying? I still remember him coming home that night after he got saved, and we was sitting in the kitchen. And we heard that he had got saved. And then my mom asked him, she was like, you know, it's something that you want to tell us? And my dad just bust out and started crying. And his foot was shaking. He was like, Jesus save me. And he was screaming it, bro. Wow. And I knew. I was like, wow. Oh, yeah. Woo. That's real.
That's some real.
I knew it was real because I knew my dad. You know what I'm saying? So, but to the point, I never saw my mom, even when my dad wasn't saved, she didn't disrespect him like that. Now, if she did it behind the scene and I ain't see it, that's different. But like, I remember us getting up, going to church on Sunday morning, and my mom, like, my dad might be on the porch smoking weed, you know, drinking and whatnot, and she'd be like, baby, you gonna go to church with us today? He'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna go today, you know. And she'd be like, you know, well, I got dinner on, or, you know, when we get back, you know, I got food ready, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That was it. It wasn't, and she get in the car, wouldn't know, old heathen ought to be, don't go to church. If he was a real man, if you was a real man, and never,
even that,
never.
Even if she did, y'all didn't hear it.
If she did, I never saw it.
Y'all kept that reverence for your father.
Kept that reverence, bro. Like, we be in the car, my daddy pumping Foxy 99, whatever. You know, my mom wasn't in there. I mean, why are you listening to this music? Why? Never. Never responded to him like that.
And I know that played a big part in why your father got
facts.
I know it did, because you can't be around certain stuff too long and then not change. You can't.
He's saying to this day, he be like, the way my mom loved him when he wouldn't save, she showed him the love of God.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's what drew him to God. And so you got like a lot of people now, you know what I'm saying, I'll be seeing and they be like, my husband ain't saved and he just need to find the Lord and blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, but you kind of the way you treat him, I wouldn't want to get saved either. Right. Some of it, you know what I'm saying? Is you. You know, so I can say I've seen that personally one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? So just because you got saved and your husband not saved, the Bible does not give you the right to disrespect him. Right. You still got to submit to that authority. Right. As a matter of fact, true story, my mom told us about how one time my dad told her he didn't want her going to church no more. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, but at this time he was hearing like some negative stuff about Faith Tabernacle that wasn't true. Right. You know, oh, the pastor up there doing this and all of it was lies. Right. And so he told my mom, because of what he was hearing, he don't know because he don't go there. Right, right. So because of what he's hearing, he like, I don't want you going to that church no more. Yeah. Well, he's saying it because he's trying to protect her. Right. Because of what he's hearing. So his heart still in the right place. So he like, look, I don't want you going to that church no more. I done heard some stuff. I don't want you going there. You know what my mama said? Okay, David, if you don't want me to go, I won't go no more. Wow. Real talk. Now people will be like, oh no, first of all, he can't stop her from serving God. He ain't tell her she gonna serve God no more. Right. He said, I don't want you going to that church no more. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, if you don't want me to go no more, I won't go.
Wow.
My dad said that night, God whooped him so bad. He said it was on him. He don't know what. He was like, he was going through so much turmoil.
Woo!
That it was like he knew it was God, like something ain't right with all the turmoil. And he was like, the next day he was like, hey, you know, if you want to still go to that church, you can go.
Dog.
True story, bro.
Dog.
True story.
Oh,
True story.
God.
And so my dad, you know what I'm saying, he was like, you know, so my mom, she didn't have to fight the battle. And most of the time, man, that's people getting in their feelings, bro. Women get in their feelings, men get in their feelings. But in this situation, my mom didn't get in her feelings. Mm-hmm. She didn't get in her feelings and try to throw all these scriptures and you ain't gonna stop me from serving God. And you ain't. She didn't do that. She doggone submitted to what my dad had said.
Yeah. And
God fought the battle for her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So there was my beautiful wife and my kids. Y'all finna go? Where y'all going to? How y'all know I ain't want to go? See how they do me? We out here talking about being submissive. Where y'all finna go, Renee? Renee, where y'all finna go? Well, you know I don't want to go. Oh, we finishing up now. So, as you can see, it's time for us to go. Now we've been out here since like what, 12, about 12 something. So it's about what time now? It's almost 4. We've been out here about 4 hours. 4 hours, yeah. Wait a minute. I'm coming. Oh, okay. Yeah. So but nah, man, I actually saw my mom walked that out, you know what I'm saying? Wow. And so because my mom walked that out, that's what my dad to this day still talks about, the way that she loved him even when he wasn't saved. She didn't disrespect him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that drew him to Christ. Wow, so most of the time people get in their feelings, you know what I'm saying? In this situation, we talking about the husband and wife and how my mom did it, you know, but we all got a flesh that basically want to do what it want to do. Right. You know, so that word is there. The word plainly say what to do and how to handle it. Yeah. Now, do it feel right? Do it feel like you a Christian? You got to submit to this man telling you he don't want you to go to church, but this is your husband. So God is like, I'm not going to break my order. That's still my order. See, but God was fighting her battle for her. He going to fight the battle for you. He'll fight the battle for you as long as we stay in the order. That caprice, man, they need to come get up and tell that story. They be talking about it. They talk about it. But yeah, God will fight the battle for us as long as we stay in the order. We be obedient, which was what we really started when you talked about how, man, God telling me no about joining a certain organization. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But as long as you be obedient to what God say, he'll fight the battle for you. Wow. But if you doggone go against what God is telling you, now you're going to have to fight a lot of stuff that you wouldn't even have to fight. Now imagine my mom trying to fight against my dad. Oh, I'm going. You ain't telling me not to go to this church. I do, you know. Yeah. You know how that would have went? Yeah. That'd went a whole nother way. He probably would have made him. You see what I'm saying? Double down on it. But wow. But so you can easily be like, God, well, I heard what you're saying, but I'm gonna join this group anyway. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Now you fighting against all kind of stuff, and you like, dang, why this ain't right? Why my finances ain't? Why my relationship? Why my God's like, because you're doing stuff in your own strength. When all you gotta do is be obedient, and I'll fight your battles. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. And so obedience is the main key to everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning it, man. Like, and it's crazy because sometimes you can know it and still not do it. You know what I'm saying? You can know something is good for you and still not do it. You know, we all got that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's certain stuff that I'm like, man, I know it's good for me to do this, but I don't always do it every time. You know what I'm saying? And what is that in us that make us do that, though? Like, we know it's not good for us. Gotta be the flesh. And the flesh, bro. Gotta be. But we fighting it. We killing the flesh every day. We killing our flesh every day. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, man. We can go on and on. I guess we just have to.
We're gonna have to cut it somewhere, man.
But you said it. You was like, boy, we could talk on and on.
On, man.
But we done been out here about 4 hours.
4 hours. Talking about God.
Talking about God.
It ain't like we out here just shooting the breeze, man.
We actually been talking about God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's
you
how
get
it's
lost in the time. You be, man, it's been 3 days we've been out here. That's how God could preach for so long out there and people not be, oh, man. It's just.
Yeah, and we related it to different topics that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Jesus was dealing with certain stuff that they was dealing with, like Peter and them fishing. He's still like dealing with like stuff that y'all got going on. I'm gonna make you fishermen of men. How we gonna do that?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But he's showing it through everything that you can relate to right now with your culture.
Come on, man. Come on, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with discussing these type of topics because it's what's going on with the culture.
Right.
The culture that I deal with, the culture that I understand, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not for everybody. I'm not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that ain't going to relate to Sean Rich. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the people that I'm supposed to relate to, they'll get it. And I have to be cool with that. And the ones that ain't going to relate to me is somebody else. That's why Jesus had 12 disciples. All of them had different personalities.
Bar, come on, man. Come on. That's a bar. Come on.
All of them had different personalities. So this one gonna reach a certain group. He gonna reach a certain group.
And they went to different regions.
And they went to different regions.
To the same place.
Facts, for a reason, man. So, you know, hey, you just gotta be comfortable with who God called you to be.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna do it like somebody else, but you're gonna do it like how you supposed to do it. For real. Yeah.
That's cool. I like that, man.
Appreciate you, dog. Once again, Bo, it's been another I Teach Pro podcast. You know what I'm saying? We just been out here chopping it up like we normally do. We out here in the country. You know, sometimes we'll be in different arenas, different sceneries, but right now we just been enjoying this good sunshine out here in the yard, just kicking it. And I Teach Pro, it stands for I Teach Positive Reassured Opportunity. Y'all make sure y'all get a bracelet so you can remind yourself, you know, like whenever you step out the house, you got to realize that you should be reassuring somebody that they can make it, no matter what they got going on. I teach positive reassured opportunity. I'm reassuring you that you can make it through whatever you got going on. God is with you. I guarantee you, if you keep pushing and you keep going forward and you don't stop, you will get to the destination that you're supposed to get to. You know what I'm saying? If you've messed up and you've fallen and made a mistake along the way, don't sit on the sideline. You know, I look at it like a race. You know, you jumped over that hurdle and you thought you could make it and you trip and fail. You know, don't sit on the sideline. Just sit there and wait. And the race still going on. Because it's somebody that's in the bleachers that's sitting there cheering you on saying, man, get up, get back in the race. Because you're really not racing against nobody else. And this walk with God, we're not racing against nobody else. It's about us getting to the finish line of our walk with Christ. So the race not given to the swift nor the strong, but to the one that endure to the end, because you just got to endure to the end of your part of the race. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me getting to the end before Nigel or, you know, getting to the end before, you know, somebody else. It's about me getting to the end of the part that I'm supposed to do. So we're not racing against each other. We're just racing for the part of our journey, our walk, you know. So God is like, look, man, it's not given to the swift nor the strong, but the one that endure to the end. Because right now it seems like somebody's stronger than you. It seems like somebody faster than you. It seems like somebody overcame something that you ain't overcame, but you don't never know. You know, 3 years from now, what might happen to them? And you never know how strong you're going to become 3 years from now.
Right. So
the main thing is you just got to keep doing it. You got to keep pressing and realize that there are believers, you know what I'm saying? Those who don't went before us, that's up in heaven like, yo, man, y'all can do it too. A great cloud of witness that's like, come on, baby, get back up, get in that race. Get back in that race. Get back out there and start walking. Get back out there and start jogging. You know what I'm saying? Get back in the race. No matter what mistakes you've made, no matter what you've done, you have not done something that's so bad that has separated you from your Father, your loving Father that wants to see you succeed. I promise you ain't. So I'm reassuring you that you got an opportunity to make it. Get back up. Let's try again. Promise you. It's your boy Sean Rich. I teach positive reassured opportunity. I love you.
Peace.